is an odd thing. I left Karnaca decades ago, excited about all the Dunwall might hold. I remember falling in love with Jessamine, watching her crowned as Empress, Emily's birth, the Rat Plague, then Jessamine's death and another coronation. Now all this, back in the city where I was born. Stilton's home hides a mystery, but I'll tear it apart brick by brick to learn the secret of Delilah's immortality, as long as it ends with her in chains. She might have pulled herself up from nothing, but I ran out of sympathy for tyrants and witches a long time ago. All I want is to put an end to Delilah's reign and make sure Emily is safe. One more time. Definitely odd. Something just shifted. This place is cursed, cracked. I can feel the void seeping in. Stilton's sealed off from the rest of the district.
I know you think I don't belong here. Insufferable elitist.
Is that Stilton?
They drop food for me, in and out, like the wind. I think they're afraid. That came from Tivia. I'm told it's quite the rage there.
Snap out of it, man.
3 years ago, something inside Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock. A part of him and a part of this house never left that evening. The Duke's inner circle are still gathered here, setting their grand plan into motion. Delilah's plan. And a part of Aramis Stilton is always here, still breaking. The Void is not exactly a place, and it's much older and stranger than you could ever know. It watches you from within. And at the heart of Stilton's house, the Void is leaking through a pinprick left behind by Delilah's little trick. Even magic is perverted here, and things don't work like they should. Take this. Imagine it's a kind of timepiece. Go and watch the Duke and Delilah. See for yourself what they did.
We'll be getting started soon. The Duke's beloved.
By the Void.
Your guests are waiting in the study. The Duke is demanding refreshments, and I can't get in without the combination.
There's a note on the door, Captain Windelbaum.
What? He's out back. I need the code to the study.
It's in his notebook, ma'am, but he keeps it with him.
Thank you, Corporal. Speaking bluntly, I really don't like Stilton's guests. Earlier, I got my ass chewed out by the Royal Curator. What's her name?
You're talking about Brianna Ashworth, I believe.
Yes, that's her. She's an odd one. Anyway, keep up the good work.
Thank you, Captain.
The only way out of here is through the present, using this timepiece.
Do they think there are two of me?
Stilton had taste before lunacy took his mind.
I dreamed that Duke and I were hunting, but the deer had faces.
Haven't seen the kids in 2 years. Wait till he puts on those boots. Sees the surprise I left for him. Idiot.
Something else you should know. The center of the manor is off limits
Did I
tonight.
close my locker?
Everything around studied.
What's so special about the center of the manor?
Nothing, usually. But the Duke and his party are here tonight, and they don't want to be disturbed. So that entire part of the house is under lockdown by the Grand Guard.
I'm not sure how to take your tone. I assure you, I rub shoulders with some of Karnaka's best people.
Trust me, you don't want to get tangled up with the Duke and his inner circle. I'm not sure how Mr. Stilton tolerates them, to be honest.
What will change in the present based on what I do here tonight?
Tonight, Duke Bell and the others will drink my expensive whiskey and scheme. Jindosh will watch me like a cat with a half-chewed mouse. Ashworth will sneer about how conventional the rest of us are. Missing the obvious, she'll flirt for a while, then put me in my place. I'll sit on my anger, remembering what Theodanis meant to me. I'll tell myself I worked for this honor. I swung a pick in the mines, and now the fine folk are guests in my house. If they want to hold a seance, who am I to say it's nonsense? Whatever happens, I'll regret it. But afterward, Megan's coming by. Talking with her always sets me right.
Megan claims Stilton was a good man, at odds with the Duke. Stilton's manor is falling apart. Stilton wasn't born to all this. Allegedly, he started as a miner.
Stilton actually play the harp or the piano?
Not that I ever heard.
What am I doing here then? Why hire a tuner for instruments no one ever plays?
If you ask me, Stilton thinks a harp or a piano is the kind of thing a man in his position should own.
I'm not sure what that means. I've always thought people bought an instrument because they liked music.
Not always. Sometimes it's about appearances.
Twice the soldier he is. Someone should say so. Say that. We're not to listen. Makes no sense.
I might be able to get around that, going back into the past. I wonder what I was doing in Dunwall on this night. Or what I am doing.
Like today, just staring at nothing.
I don't think the Duke and Stilton are on good terms.
Today feels different. Stilton seems spooked.
Watch yourself up there. Nobody's repaired the balcony yet. If those supports break, I might not be able to catch your heavy ass.
I'm counting on you, ma'am. It might be romantic.
All right.
I'm getting tired of the sound of my own voice. It's like I'm talking to a stone.
Mr. Stilton must be a big reader. I saw the books in the study.
Stilton? Hardly. Those are for show.
Why would you buy so many books if you're not even gonna read them?
They're not books. They're symbols of wealth and good breeding. Now, get back to doing your job.
Yes, ma'am.
The wildlife is so rich here in Karnaca.
Hope they accept my transfer. I've got to get over to one of the other districts. Damn it. I need to pee.
Told them they wouldn't last the night. Huh. Ah, poor guy. Why do I always have to be right? Why would he say that? It makes no sense. Anyway, I'm not the one who did the kissing.
double shift. So I don't have to listen to him tell me about how good it was under the Duke's father.
Don't throw it. Drop it gently. It's silver. It's not going to break. I'm not worried about it breaking. You know why the basement's sealed off, right? Blood flies. Yeah, they should keep the curious away, and we'll come back later to pick up the loot. It's a good, simple plan. So why are you nervous? Dumbass, if you disturb that nest, they'll find our bloated corpses down here a week from now, full of blood fly maggots. Are they that bad? We don't have anything like that in Morley. Trust me, they're that bad. And this here is the worst I've ever seen. It's funny to think...
That looks like reinforced glass. Was there a break-in?
Nothing of the sort. We're just renovating for Mr. Stilton.
His windows went out of style? These rich choffers drive me nuts.
Stilton just worries about his home and about how he speaks and dresses. Always afraid of making some mistake, socially speaking.
That's no way to live. Not even comfortable in your own skin. I'll let you get back to it. I'd bet a week's wages this is the worst assignment. Bet it's full of fancy clothes and exotic jewelry. I'd love to see the silvergraphs they take here.
Clothes smell like old people. Probably from a charity shop.
Wish I knew how this silvergraph machine works. We could take a picture together.
I want to take Clarissa and the kids to that silvergraph studio not too far from here and have our portrait made. But it's expensive.
There's a brooch or something, maybe made of bone? Ugh, seems weird. I'm not touching that. And, more old clothes.
Be sure to check all the pockets. Something unsavory going on. I'm getting good and drunk after this.
If we could open the door and get closer. You sure the combination you saw doesn't work?
I got a glimpse of Stilton's notebook last month, but he must have changed the combination since then.
Damn. What are they doing?
Come on, someone could show up any minute.
Stop crying. For once, something interesting is happening. If a bunch of drunk aristocrats are having an orgy, I don't want to miss it.
I bet it's a seance, with spirit boards and candles. Still... Invited that eccentric lady from the Royal Conservatory, Leanna Ashworth.
The Grand Guard was protecting Stilton back then. Something bad is about to happen to you, Stilton.
She's worried about something Duke Luca Abel has done. The son is nothing like his father. There was a time when he tried to impress them, to hide his humble beginnings. But he no longer cares. He sees the beauty in the mines. Rich veins of ore cutting through quartz. Great caverns lit by phosphorescent life within the stone.
You can tell he's no good just by looking at his shoes.
We'll have to trust him.
Sure reeks. Gotta get a spare uniform.
No, the Duke couldn't possibly touch me. This city is nothing without the mines. Perhaps he could run it without me, through lackeys and bureaucrats. Everything I built run like a butcher shop.
This is to keep you from seeing whatever drove you into a nightmare tonight. What effect is knocking Stilton unconscious going to have on the present?
I'll get back to you if I hear anything more, sincerely.
There's the notebook. is mixed up here. What happened? Things seem to be the worst here. The two times are overlapping somehow.
It's time to begin. Where's Stilton? I should never have kept him on just because he and my father were close.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, and certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any doubts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge where natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. We risk madness.
All of you, Delilah is your rightful empress. You owe her this.
Delilah's stronger than before. The Duke and I have heard her voice, whispering to us. And now it's time. So take your positions. Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended. Do it now!
Here, returned from the cold, from forever.
She lives.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait! You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll come for you.
The void beyond the world is strange. I won't ever understand all I've seen.
Before Mr. Stilton returns home. I want to beat out the rugs, but the dust makes him cough.
Too many years in the silver mines. But go ahead, he won't be back until very late tonight. He's throwing a party for one of the miners who's retiring.
They broke the mold when they made old Aramis Stilton.
Yeah, so true. It's really the man's heart that's made of silver.
Dust everywhere, no matter what you do.
No way to live.
I can only carry one tray at a time. I'm a woman. One tray. Do they think there are two of me?
stuffed a hagfish in my jacket pocket.
this time.
What am I supposed to do with a request like...
very edges of the void. But this one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
Right up until the end, I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the wounds only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out, and I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted through the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place, the island in the void where I became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now, and I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones. She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
The world is full of secrets. All right, back to the skiff. Sokolov should be waiting.
You bet.
Why'd they slow down flow 4? Did Marco say? Apparently the family committee made a request. Too much dust was pissing down. Oh, at least Stilton listens to them. More than I can say for the Grand Guard. Yeah, the Duke is rotten and it spreads out from there. But Airman Stilton is a good man. I'll tell him you said that. He drinks at my brother's pub. He knows we appreciate him. Karnaca has problems, but it could be a lot worse here in this district.
If we get approval for the new ventilation shaft, it'll mark a real victory. More air means less dusty lung.
Lucia Pastor, right? You deserve thanks for helping the people here.
Considering who you are, I don't know whether to feel honored that you recognize me, or to yell at you for propping up the Duke while he's shitting all over Serkonos.
And who do you think I am?
I'm not stupid. Whether the newspapers and the posters in the street are right or wrong, I know who you are. And I hope you're here to end Luca Abella's tyranny. Either way, we haven't been sitting around waiting for you to clean up your mess.
Sounds like you have a plan.
No, nothing that solid. Not yet. But I believe the Duke will fall, eventually. All I can say is that when you reach the Grand Palace, just be aware that not everyone there is your enemy. Trust your judgment.
All right. I'll remember that.
Anyway, good luck. There's still a chance to make something new here in Karnaca. Something that serves everyone, not just some rapacious bastard with a title.
Stilton agreed to a meeting with the woman heading up the family committee. What's her name again?
Lucia Pastor. Well, she's supposed to talk to Stilton soon about new safety rules for the mines. Fewer hours for the children working down there, too.
Why does Pastor care in the first place? She isn't one of us. Never seen her carrying a pick or a shovel.
There's a rumor that she was in love with a miner. Someone who died in an accident. They say his body's still under the mountain, buried in silver.
I think Lucia Pastor just has a good heart and a strong will.
Well, if Stilton listens to what she has to say, instead of following every idiotic request coming from the Grand Palace, I won't complain.
Stilton's not a bad man. I bet things would be a lot worse without him running the mines.
Maybe no one will even notice, but things have changed here for the better.
You're back. That was quick. Sorry I couldn't take you to see Stilton myself, but I guess you found the place. Years back, Stilton was always quiet about the Duke. I never figured out just why. Lucky for the miners, Aramis Stilton does all he can against the Duke's destructive ways.
By time, yet still the same. Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Yes. I found a way to get around Paolo and Byrne, and I've been to Stilton's house. Let's go. This is what you get for not standing up to the Duke.